I'm Marvin Plackett, and today is Thursday, April 30th. Greetings to all residents, to all staff, and to all guests. I want to say thank you to those of you that reached out to me since my message yesterday, where we did announce that we had our first confirmed COVID-19 case. I appreciate your feedback, and keep in mind that anytime you have questions for me, or anytime you would like me to address a particular topic during my daily updates, please let me know. And you can reach me easily at mplackett@episcopalhomes.org or 651-632-8851. I will get back to you, all right? So as you know, we received our first confirmed COVID-19 case, a staff person, a part-time staff person at Episcopal Church Home. Naturally, this person is not at work, and they will not be scheduled to work until they are COVID-free. And I want you to know, though, that in the meantime, we are continuing to pay this person their normal wage for their regularly scheduled hours so that they do not experience a financial hardship. After thorough review, because of the role this person had in the kitchen and because of where they worked, and due to their unique personality, it was determined that this person had no, quote, close and prolonged contact, end quote. That is the language from the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. That is the language that they use to describe the situation and what our investigation has revealed. Therefore, no other kitchen staff or anyone else at Episcopal Homes is being asked to self-quarantine for 14 days. We are following the guidelines from the CDC, the Minnesota Department of Health, and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. What we are doing is sticking to the basics that have been in place since the middle of last month. So for staff, if they are experiencing any respiratory symptoms, we have told them repeatedly, do not come to work. Instead, contact their healthcare provider. Every staff person that shows up to work before their shift starts, they must have, we all do, that includes me, we have our temperature checked, and then there's a series of questions that we must answer regarding whether we believe we have knowledge of potentially having been exposed. So every person goes through that screen and through the temperature check. Remember, as I mentioned yesterday, we need to deal in facts and not fears. As things evolve, you will be informed. I will be informing you through this message, a daily update. You'll be informed through your managers, through our phone system, through email at times, depending on the audience. So just through a variety of ways, you will be informed as things evolve. Now more than ever, we need to remember to the crucial importance of abiding by the rules. And you know what they are. Sticking to our communities and to our zones. Frequent hand washing. Wearing our masks anytime we are outside our apartments or our units. Staff wearing our masks at all times. And most important of all, social distancing. Staying at least 6 feet apart from one another. Very, very crucial rules that we need to follow. I'm sure that you're aware that Governor Walz today at 2 o'clock, so just a few minutes away, he's going to be giving another one of his daily briefings. And what has been reported is that he is going to give an update on what is going to happen with the stay-at-home order that has been in place now for the last few weeks. So I have no idea yet what he's going to say. Some hints have been given in the news, but we will see. I'm sure you'll be watching it just like I will be, and seeing what is changing as we go forward here. I highly doubt that there will be any changes on our campus. We will see, and you will know promptly from us. We will let you know if there's going to be any changes in the way we are conducting ourselves in this world of COVID-19. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with another update at 1:30. Lastly, let me remind you, you are loved. You are our priority. Safety of all residents and staff, that's our number one priority. Thank you very much for your cooperation with help keeping all of us safe. That really matters. And now, some words from Phil Rhodes.
Thank you, Marvin. So yesterday or the day before, there was an article in the Star Tribune about from a psychologist talking about toxic positivity. And it's an interesting juxtaposition of those two words. And I'm going to spend a little bit more time talking about that tomorrow morning at the 9:30 Good Morning Spiritual Life. But the concept was that with a lot of the messages we're hearing, we're all in this together, we'll get through this, etc., that we know that this can be a very difficult time. And if you're feeling sad or depressed or lonely, don't feel that that's unusual. It is okay to feel that way. And with this, obviously a positive attitude is something that's very important, as well as an attitude of being gracious and having gratitude. So I'll get into some of the details of that tomorrow. But somebody who I think addresses it well is my friend Nadia Bowles-Weber. She's a Lutheran pastor based in Denver. And for Sunday, she wrote prayers of intercession and prayers of praise, which I think captures the balance of the despair and the positivity and the hope. And so I'd just like to share with you what she wrote for Sunday. Holy God, hear my intercessions for those who are giving birth alone, for those who are grieving without their people, for the beleaguered parents who ran out of creative ideas 2 weeks ago, for those who don't know where this week's grocery money will come from, for everyone who has watched the date of their wedding or their graduation or their birthday or their dissertation defense or their long hoped-for vacation or the family reunion or the non-essential medical procedure they hoped would change for their life come and go. For the exhausted and the despairing, I ask that your comfort, your presence, and your peace be felt. And if that's not possible, could you just nudge the right person to reach out and call them? Just that, Lord, just that. And on the other side, Holy God, hear our praise. For the animals who get to have their people home all day, for a slow enough life that allows for baking and a garden, and for the use of napkins, cloth napkins, for the comfort of sweatpants, for the bursts of creativity that keep coming from artists and musicians and writers, for the people on Instagram who keep getting us through this, for the journalists who just keep going so we can be informed, for the gratitude shown for health workers and grocery store cashiers and delivery folks. And in a personal message, she says, and for the 2 rolls of toilet paper my downstairs neighbor left as a gift for me. For the things I no longer take for granted, I give you thanks. Amen. Thank you for listening. I will be back at 3:30 this afternoon with Good Afternoon with Spiritual Life. And then tomorrow morning, we'll plunge into a little bit deeper conversation on this idea of toxic positivity and finding a right balance as we go through this. Be well.